What's up, guys? It's John with National Sports Entertainment, and I just wanted to hit tonight's college and NBA plays real quick. I couldn't help but notice these articles circulating on the web by the mainstream media immediately deflecting, I guess, people on TikTok and Twitter putting out these theories. I will say I was going to make a video before because it's weird we haven't seen the guy's face at all, and then he just randomly shows up looking like an Eskimo. And people put out a lot of points, in my opinion, that others could have rebutted, of course. And what was interesting is the only rebuttals were essentially people just saying, "You're off your rocker." People weren't really. So I thought the point being made as to why it was odd, this quote, DeMar was acting strange and we couldn't see him, they actually stood more to reason than the people that were just saying why. They weren't really explaining any reason why that the people were wrong. But you might see why I'm not eager to make a video about it. They're just dying to do things like this. They're now encouraging people with free thinking and that are questioning things to just basically mass report channels. So we're not going to stop talking about it. But again, I'm not the one who said it. I'm just throwing it out there that I do believe that these things aren't coincidences. So tonight's plays, you can see we have a decent bit. And the first three, there's nothing crazy about them. They're simply college metrics that I like. Okay, so for our Celtics-Hornets loss, I made Notre Dame to cover NC State leg 2 to win 2 units. The reason being Notre Dame's horrible against the spread. Tulsa, we missed leg 1 and 2, so it's going to be four units to win 4 units. Tulsa covering East Carolina, same reason. So that's a leg 3. And Toledo, who's really high on the over this year. I think people will be hitting the over. I like the under there for 2 units to win 2 units, and that's going to be leg 2. Now, again, I put all these in my notes. I put them over, and then I placed them in Discord. And then that's all tied to our playlist, of course. And for those games, like I said, they're just simply metric games. If you follow my channel for even 3 days, you probably understand who to pick and why for those games. But these are all leg 1s, all of these games. And I'm just going to run through them. There's nothing crazy. Pacers I like because I think they're going to get faded. It's as simple as that. The Bulls have been looking good, and I think people think the Pacers are pretenders, and they are pretenders. But I think this will be one of the spoil games they take. Heat I like because they're horrible against the spread. I just think that they're going to, A, be faded against a much better Celtics team. And against the spread, I do think it's going to be a close game, a potential playoff rematch, and they'll have the Heat cover the spread. -4.5. I don't see many people at all taking the Heat. Cavaliers, Knicks. In this game, I like the Knicks. The reason I like the Knicks is because I do believe that a lot of people, again, don't see the Knicks as a playoff team. I do. And they're being pushed. So, again, the Cavaliers, only 3.5. A lot of people are going to take them, in my opinion. Then we got Nuggets at Pelicans. This one's an interesting one. I think they want the Nuggets and Grizzlies primed to be the 1 and 2 seeds. That way they can explain why they might make a playoff run. They don't need to do that with the Pelicans or with the Warriors or with the Suns because people just assume, okay, they're going to make a run. Nuggets and Grizzlies are different. So in this game with the Nuggets -1 in New Orleans, I will say I would normally take the Nuggets, but I like the Pelicans because they've been playing so bad. I think people are going to be on the Pelicans, to be quite honest. So I do like, or be on the Nuggets, just because the Pelicans have not looked great. So I like the Pelicans, despite the Nuggets. I think, again, they can lose this game and still be way ahead of the other teams as far as the West, them and the Grizzlies. Then we got Wizards, Mavericks, and here's an interesting one. So, as you know, I always go against the Mavericks, or I always take the Mavericks because they're so bad against the spread. But they're within historical norms now. That's why I'm not pounding that metric with the NBA. It's more narratives. And I like the Wizards to cover. I like the Wizards because they need to be within a couple games of 500 to be like within 3-4 games to be a play-in team. And I think with the team they have, they're going to be a play-in team. And we got the 7 points to fall back on. So if Dallas was a little worse against the spread, like Houston is, then I might take them. But like I said, they've improved to about 40%, something like that. And that's perfectly within historical norms. So there's no reason to play that metric anymore. So I like the Wizards to cover. Here, Hornets, I like them to cover. Again, I think the Suns are great at losing when they should win and winning when they should lose, especially at home. So I think a bunch of people are going to be taking the Suns here, and it's a great upset chance. But again, like the Wizards, we have the 6.5 points to fall back on in this game. And I like the Clippers to cover. The Lakers have covered the first couple. I'm sorry, the Clippers have won the first couple and covered. A lot of people just assume, okay, now it's the Lakers' turn. That's not what always happens. So I do think, and the Clippers could win 3 in a row, 3x. LeBron's 6, 3x, 6. So, I mean, there's some symbolism in there too, but I think people are going to be just taking the Lakers at home with the 5 points because people blindly take the Lakers. They've been doing it all year. So yeah, those are my picks. Like I said, some are leg 2s, some are leg 3s, but all the NBAs are leg 1s. Another reason I like Tulsa and I decided it's leg 3 worthy is when they win, if they cover, I mean, they become 4-1-4. Right now they are pie against the spread, 3-1-4, and we know they love their palindromes. And the over-under is 141. So it just seems like maybe they're telling us something, but we'll have to see. So I do love the Tulsa cover, but these are our plays. You can see we have about 10 in total. So, and I think we're going to have a good night. So take care, everybody, and happy earnings.